umpire behind me to tell me to play ball, but we'll say play ball. Welcome to UMass Lowell campus in LeLacheur Park. My name is Lynn Coots. I am the director of athletics here. And what an exciting day, what a great sunny day to be here at the park for a great announcement. Baseball in my life has been throughout, from little kid growing up playing softball to my son playing through college. So every summer was wonderful to be at the park, and to have an opportunity for that to happen here in Lowell again, to bring families out, for those that can bring their kids when they were here as kids and enjoying baseball. I've never had a bad day at the park, except when I sent somebody home from third and they were out. But other than that, I did hear about that. So what a great, great opportunity for us here. And it is my great honor to get this going today. And I would like to introduce our head coach here at UMass Lowell. I want to invite up our Chancellor, Julie Chen.
I'm short, but I can make that. Thank you, Lynn. You notice Lynn's carrying around a baseball. She was an All-American softball pitcher, so don't mess with her, right? It's great to have everybody here today. What a beautiful, beautiful morning for this announcement. I saw that Julie Galonsky and the National Park folks were here. What a great weekend for the Lowell Folk Festival. Also, I have to acknowledge, of course, a great, great fan, Mary Burns, Board of Trustees. She is the UMass Board of Trustees. She is here for every event and a great supporter for Lowell. So thank you. So you're going to be hearing from a few folks in a minute. Folks from the leadership of the Futures League. John Creedon, who is the founder of the Worcester Bravehearts and current owner of the Nashua Silver Knights, and is the Futures League board chair. John, thank you for all your support. And League Commissioner Joe Paolucci, thank you again for your support and for being part of this exciting announcement that we're having today. So you'll be hearing from both of them as we know. But I know we're all here excited on this beautiful sunny morning for this announcement about the Futures League coming to Lowell. So many of you have spent time in this ballpark. I got Drew Rever earlier, right, when the Spinners were here. So many. Thank you, Drew. I think that set the stage for people knowing that Lowell and LeLacheur Park is a place to bring your family. It's a place for great summer baseball, and we're excited to be bringing summer baseball back to Lowell. So, one of the reasons that we're excited in particular about the Futures League, this is a league where college athletes, graduating seniors, student athletes that are like the ones that play on our Riverhawk Division I baseball team. In fact, a couple of them are playing in the Summer League and the Futures League this summer. So that opportunity for our student athletes and student athletes like them who strive to want to make it into the pros, that's what the Futures League is about. And that's why it's such a great fit to UMass Lowell and a fit to LeLacheur Park. In the 14 years that the Futures Collegiate Baseball League has built its reputation, more than 150 players have been drafted by major league teams. And that is the kind of opportunity that we want to be able to provide in partnership with the Futures League. That opportunity for a kid that maybe wasn't heavily recruited out of high school, but has worked hard and shown the promise and wants to demonstrate that they can make it in the majors. That's the opportunity that the Futures League provides. It's also a great opportunity for those of you from the area that know, for the Lowell Innovation Network Corridor, or the LINK. When we talk about the LINK, yes, it's about bringing great companies to this region with great jobs. But part of the reason they want to come is because of the opportunity for entertainment and for their workers and their employees, for things for their families to do on the weekends and after work. And that is that vision. That LINK is that combination of work, live, learn, and play. And this connection with the Futures League is just an incredible example of how that entertainment and that community, bringing everybody together and drawing people to Lowell and the greater Lowell area, is part of our vision for Link. Well, I want to thank in particular the city manager, Tom Golden. Without you, Link would not be a possibility. So thank you. And I know he's going to be recognizing some of our other leaders in the city, on the city council. Again, this is the kind of thing that is only possible if it's a team all working together. And I want to thank folks that have been part of that. I also want to mention Congresswoman Lori Trahan, who has been such a supporter of UMass Lowell and was an early supporter of bringing baseball back to Lowell. She couldn't be here today, but she has been somebody who has always injected that energy into what is the best for Lowell and Greater Lowell and energizing the community. So thank you to Congresswoman Trahan. So I am excited. Without further ado, we anticipate seeing a lot of you in the stands here for summer baseball. But it's my pleasure at this point to introduce League Commissioner. There we go, Joe Palucci. See, it was perfect timing. Don't worry about that. I'll pick it up on the way out.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Julie. That was great. Thank you very much. How about a nice round of applause for the weather here today, huh? Perfect baseball weather. So good morning, everybody. It's a real privilege for me to be here today. This is a place that holds both historic significance and exciting potential for our league. I want to begin by expressing our deepest gratitude to the UMass Lowell leadership team for making today possible. So thank you again to Chancellor Julie Chen, Athletic Director Lynn Coots, Lowell City Manager Tom Golden, Counselor Eric Gitcher, and of course, head baseball coach here at UMass Lowell, Nick Barisi. So thank you very much. And we have some more baseball friends here today that decided to come out and share this special event with us. I'd like to thank Lowell head coach Dan Graham and his players for being here today. The president of the base program in Boston, Steph Lewis. The St. A's assistant coach, Zach Gitcher. I'm sure we might have some other college coaches here too. Thank you if you are here. But last and not least, I'd like to thank the Chelmsford High School head coach, Lou DeStacy, and his Division I state championship Chelmsford High School baseball team for being here today. And we are honored to have a special guest in attendance today, and that's former FCBL Commissioner Chris Hall. Chris's vision and dedication were instrumental in laying the foundation for everything we've built in the Futures League. The Futures League simply wouldn't be where it is today without his hard work. So thank you so much, Chris. A few years ago, I attended a UMass Lowell game here, and what struck me when I walked in was how fortunate the players were to be able to play in a facility like this. I played college baseball in New England 100 years ago, and I don't even think our field had bleachers. And if it did, it was like one of those 10 row jobs or something. Everybody just stood around and watched us with their hands folded. But that memory, walking into the stadium and seeing how great it was, just really stuck with me. And so it brings me great joy to be able to announce that starting in 2026, the Futures League will bring that same caliber of opportunity to our players right here every summer. In our league, it's always prided itself on offering players and fans alike an unforgettable experience. And a key part of that is our commitment to world-class facilities. With the addition of Lalachla Park next year, 6 of our 7 teams will play in former professional stadiums. And that's a testament to how far we've come as a league and to how far we're going to go. And I'm especially excited about bringing our unique brand of baseball to the Lowell community. Our players bring energy, heart, and incredible talent to the field. To date, we've had 28 alumni make their major league debuts. And I think Julie had the number wrong. I think she said 150, but it's actually 300 players have been drafted by Major League Baseball teams. So the future of baseball truly lives in the Futures League. And now I'd like to recognize someone without whom none of this would be happening today, and that's John Creedon Jr. As Julie mentioned, John is the owner of the Nashua Silver Knights, and he serves as our board chair. His leadership, his vision, and his relentless pursuit of this partnership have made today a reality. John, you are a true steward of this league and one of the most invaluable voices. Thank you so much for making today happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, John Creedon.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Joe. On behalf of the Futures League, we appreciate your steady leadership, Joe, and your vision in guiding us to this moment. Congrats on a big day for the league. Huge thanks as well to your assistant commissioner, Josh Cummins. Josh, you're not just the league's almanac, you're also our secret weapon. Chancellor Chen, thank you for graciously hosting us here today at this iconic venue. It's truly like a homecoming for baseball in Lowell. I must also take a moment to commend the incredible caliber of your team. They are among the finest I've worked with. Creative, thoughtful, practical, and driven. In today's climate where universities face immense challenges, your team's can-do spirit stands out as extraordinary. In particular, I want to thank Tom Miliano and John Victorine, whom it has been a privilege to put this deal together with. I'd also like to thank Keith Vasky from the Oakview Group, who, for over a year of discussions now, has been the epitome of professionalism and intelligence. Keith gets it. When I hear a comment from a university employee that they've been with the university for 26 years and this is the most exciting project that they've ever worked on, that fills my heart with joy and makes us, as the Futures League, beam with pride. So thank you for that sentiment. Given that this project has been a 5-year endeavor for the Futures League, I hope you'll permit me a few more thank yous. My good friend and UMass trustee, Mike O'Brien, who might be tied up in traffic right now. He and I go back over 12 years on this quest for baseball since we launched the Worcester Bravehearts together when he was the city manager there. I thank him for his confidence, support, and his good humor. Thanks to another person who was there with us 12 years ago as well, Chris Hall, who was the founding Futures League commissioner and has become a dear friend and advisor. Councilor Eric Gitshire, thank you for our discussions years ago when LaLatcher was still a city-owned property and your son Zach was a star player on the Silver Knights team. You, better than anyone, understood what the Futures League was and all that it could be for this incredible city. Thank you for your steadfast support and belief. Thanks to my Futures League partners, the other team owners, Brad in New Britain, CT in Westfield, Chris and CJ with the former New York Penn team, the Vermont Lake Monsters, who, by the way, are in the middle of back-to-back 4,500 person sellouts yesterday and today. Not bad for a Tuesday and Wednesday. Miles Prentice and his general manager, Lee, from Norwich, another former New York Penn League team, who a week ago they hosted almost 6,000 people at their game. Frank and Matt Vaccaro and their GM, Donnie Vaccaro, who just last week hosted the league's All-Star Game, which was a 2-day extravaganza of baseball. And of course, to my dear sister and co-owner in Nashua, Julie. Good name. I have to give credit to our indomitable general manager, Cam Cook, over there as well. In Nashua, thank you. In Nashua, we are proud to be the longest running ball team in Holman Stadium's 90-year history. The final person I'd like to recognize is a very special person indeed. He rearranged appointments and upended his schedule to fly up here to be with us today. He was the founder of the Nashua Silver Knights team and the guy I bought the team from 6 years ago, and look, we're still friends. He was a founder of the Futures League 15 years ago. But folks around here know him as the legendary owner of the Lowell Spinners throughout the team's storybook 20-year stretch of sellout games and one-of-a-kind award-winning promotions. This man was the yardstick by which all minor league baseball throughout America was measured against. This morning, you probably walked along the adjacent street just outside, named after him and his late wife. He is the humble, gracious godfather of Lowell baseball and of Futures League baseball. My dear friend and mentor, Drew Weber. Today is a special day to hearken back to the Spinners' glory days of Drew Weber, his Cracker Jack staff, and the thousands of delighted fans who would be here any given night throughout the summer. Those experiences, the sounds of wood bats cracking the ball, the snap of a throw into a leather mitt, the roar of the crowd, the music booming from PA speakers, the smell of ballpark burgers and popcorn emanating from the concession stands, the taste of a juicy hot dog and the refreshment of a cold beer, the sight of manicured, vivid green grass, red clay on the mound and the dirt of the infield, and the shock white foul lines and batter's box, all illuminated by ballpark lights against the backdrop of a warm, dark summer night. The feel of being surrounded by friends, family, neighbors, and coworkers, rising in ecstasy of a spectacular play, or falling in agony of an unfriendly final score together. Starting next May, LeLatcher Park will once again be the place to be in Lowell all summer long. The ballpark will hum and flourish. The energy will be electric. The Futures League features all of that. We offer a brand of baseball that this community can embrace and be proud of. As you heard, you will see star college players from around the U.S., but also some hometown heroes from the Lowell area donning Lowell jerseys and caps. You will see unbelievable elite athletes hustling to make the play in front of pro scouts, thousands of fans, but also in front of their own family and friends. You will watch them chase their dream of being drafted and playing in the MLB, and watching 19, 20, 21, and 22-year-olds chase their dream is something to truly behold. There's a purity to the Futures League brand of baseball. I don't know about you, but when I was in college, I was never asked for my autograph. I'm still never asked for my autograph. But these players, these student athletes, some of them, even UMass Lowell students, will be asked for their autograph hundreds of times throughout the summer by area boys and girls who are 6, 8, 10 years old. And in those moments, I ask you, who gets the bigger thrill from the autograph interaction? Is it the 6-year-old fan, or is it the 20-year-old college kid? It's hard to know, but I can tell you this. There is magic in that moment. And that moment will happen hundreds and hundreds of times over the course of the summer. And that magic will expand from that little interaction to the cheers of those little fans in the stands, and then their families will pick up on the joy, and the crowds will grow and roar and cheer and come to embrace and love this team. Yes, folks, there is magic in baseball, and there will be magic back at LeLatcher Park next summer and for many years to come. The Futures League is baseball as it should be, and everything the hardworking community of Lowell and this great university deserve. As the league works diligently in the coming days and weeks to do the essential task of identifying and selecting the Lowell team owner, I can say this. Drew, we will make you proud. Chancellor Chen, we will make you proud. City Manager Golden, we will make you proud. Councilor Gitshire, you will be proud. Tom, John, Keith, you'll be proud, and we'll have some great fun working on this project together. Thank you all for bringing the Futures League to Lowell and for bringing the magic back to LeLatcher Park. I don't know about you, but I cannot wait to hear those two beautiful words ring out across this ballpark next May. Play ball.
Thanks, John. Thanks, Joe. That was awesome and very inspirational. I think you got a poet in yourself. So I also want to thank you because your comments about our staff, people here at UMass Lowell, really, really appreciate that because we are very proud of the people who work here at the university and their can-do attitude. So thank you for acknowledging that. Next, as I mentioned, somebody who has been a partner throughout the whole Link effort, without whom this could not happen. And by this, I mean what we're doing here today, as well as everything that's happening in the city of Lowell. It's my pleasure to introduce City Manager Tom Golden.
Morning. Morning, everyone. Yes, it's true. Drew Weber is here. That's right. I mean, Channel 4, 5, and 7, all of Boston. I mean, put your hands together for Drew Weber. I mean, come on now. He looks so damn good. When he was up there, I was ready to put a spin in his shirt. He would have been hawking peanuts and everything else and making it happen. But I mean, we talked about dreams earlier, about how all these young fellows over here from Lowell and Chelmsford, put your hands together for these guys that are making it happen, especially the state champs from Chelmsford. Taught them everything they know. No chance I've ever sat on a field like this. It's beautiful. But this couldn't happen. These dreams could not happen, truthfully, without the past. And to some of you here, I want to remind you of the past. I remind you of names like Steve Pangiotakis, John Cox, Dan Leahy, people like Brian Martin that I talked to, former Chancellor Hogan, former Congressman Meehan, and none other than a dear, dear friend of mine, State Representative Ed LaLasher, who this park is named after. All of this wouldn't be possible. I could tell you stories about that wall as an elected official in 1995. I could tell you stories about Marty Meehan getting money from the federal government to somehow convince the federal government that this is a good idea to put a wall here. I'm not so sure he told them it was holding back the entire stadium. But all of that happened. And that happened because of partnerships that happened throughout the city of Lowell. Dan Leahy, as I stated. But the champion, the MVP, was who this is named after. And it's important, I think, for the young players of today and tomorrow to remember Ed LaLasher, who has a seat right over here. And what a gentleman, what a player, and what a just overall good man. So, to the delivery team back in 1994 and 5, I want to say thank you. Thank you to each and every one of them for making this day possible. It's true, we lost a team, but now we're gaining it back. I mentioned Drew Weber. Thank you again to the Futures League for believing in Lowell, because this is what it's about here in the city of Lowell. It's the power of partnership. We've mentioned it before, about all of the partners that make things happen. If you have a problem, you give us a call. We'll solve the problem. And we'll solve it with an incredible partner, our Chancellor, Julie Chen. Her team is unbelievable. Julie, thank you very, very much. Our state delegation, who is here today, which you'll hear from later on, they're working, they're hustling, trying to get additional money through the state to bring this stadium back to where it needs to be. And I know they're not going to fail us. They've been working hard over the last year and a half to bring millions of dollars back into the stadium to ensure the beauty is back to where we all expect it. And talking about the power of partnership, the City Council, under the direction of Mayor Rourke and the entire Lowell City Council, they're not just in favor of this, they're 100% behind this. And that's why these partnerships work. Today we're joined by Councilor Mercia. I want to say thank you very much for Councilor Mercia. I know I saw her earlier. Where is she? Councilor, thank you so much. For our Vice Mayor, Paul Yem. Thank you very much, Mr. Vice Mayor. And between Brian Martin and this next gentleman I'd like to introduce, I don't know if I heard about the Futures League more. Somebody that just consistently made a phone call, and I want to be honest with you, it wasn't daily, but I can sure guarantee you it was weekly. What are we doing? How do we do it? How do we get this partnership to materialize? How do we bring everyone together? And that's Councilor Eric Gitchia. Thank you very much, Councilor. At this time, I'd like to ask the councilors just to come up. I know that Vice Chair Yem's going to give the greeting, and Councilor Gitchia is going to say a few words. And you know something? Everyone loves Rita, so I'd love to have them just come up for a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the City Council that actually makes all of this happen, makes the partnership happen, right here. Please put your hands together. And my suggestion is if anybody else complains that they're hot, just please look to my left and right. Maybe we should put these guys in the dugout for a few minutes. Guys and gals, I'm sure, in the dugout to relax for a moment. But ladies and gentlemen, to bring the greetings of the city, our Vice Mayor. Thank you, Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Manager Golden. Thank you, Julia Chancellor. And thank you to the owner of the new baseball field here. Thank you and welcome to the City of Lowell. We are very proud to have you, and we are looking forward to our partnership, expand the ball game like you mentioned, and this is the joy that we are looking to have in the City of Lowell. I'd like to invite my colleagues, Rita Mercier, former mayor of the City of Lowell, and she's my mentor. She's been on the council for longer than me. Would like to say a few words. Please give her a big, big hand.
Thank you so much. This is a great, great day. It would be a shame to have all this work take place and leave this vacant. So thank you to all the leaders that got this up and running. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. John, that was the greatest speech I ever heard. Can I borrow it in case I need to use it in another time?
Thank you so much to all the players, all the sponsors, Julie Chen, Mary Burns, everybody here. The mascots, you look wonderful. And they're hot, so I won't say anything further. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you all very much, Council. Thank you very much. And once again, the guy on the council that probably knows more about baseball than any of us, to be truthfully, a coach, a player, etc. Ladies and gentlemen, Councilor Eric Gitchia. Council.
Thank you, Manager Goldman. Today is another great day for our city in our partnership with the university. First, I want to thank President Meehan. 3 short years ago, I was sitting in the stands at the Nashua Silver Knights, and Mr. Creedon came up to me. And usually I find a place to hide at baseball games. And no one knows who you are, but he had come up and he said he had a great idea. And I said, what's that? He said, let's bring the Futures League to Lowell. We didn't have a team. So I picked up the phone and I called Marty Meehan and I asked him, do you have 5 minutes to speak? So if anyone knows Marty Meehan, it's always on his place. We ended up at Mill 5 where we sat down for coffee and he only had a few minutes, but we started talking about our neighborhood kids and how we could get them involved in a local league that's premier. And we had the place where our Chelmsford teams and our Lowell teams, those kids could come here and families could enjoy it and not have to fly out to South Carolina or somewhere else where the premier leagues were. He open arm welcomed it. Shortly after that, I spoke to Chancellor Chen, who, again, was nothing but pleasurable to speak to her. She always is, and she's always welcome into the city and helping out. And she said, let's get it done. Today, I can't thank you enough, Chancellor, for all of your support and all your help. The City of Lowell had a challenge with this park a few short years ago, and I can't thank the Mass Building Authority, UMass Lowell Building Authority enough for what they did for us. At the time, we knew we were in debt and we could never take care of this place. We knew that we loved it. We loved the namesake. Mr. LaLasha was always good to families and friends, and we needed to take care of it. So at the time, the city went to UMass Lowell and asked for help. They not only came up with help, but they got us out of debt, paid for it, and today they're here delivering again to our city with the Futures League. Thank you to the UMass Building Authority. It truly is your vision and ability to make things happen. You are the reason why we are standing here today to celebrate UMass Lowell entering into a partnership agreement with the FCBL. When the Lowell Spinners left here in 2020, we were all crushed. Our community lost premier baseball, family events, friendships. Even though we never got to see one of our kids from the neighborhood play on the field for them, families still enjoyed the atmosphere. And if you enjoyed that atmosphere, wait till you see the FCBL. When these kids are your kids and they're coming over to you for a hug You don't have to fly out to another state to go see them, and they asking for signatures from the little kids in the neighborhood. Much like Chelmsford is experiencing now, you'll experience that every day with the FCBL League. My son has played in that league for 3 years, winning a championship with many of the people who are here today in Vermont when they weren't supposed to. We took a bus out there, a full bus of family and friends. We even had Mad Dog, who is a fan that's much like many of you will be, hopefully. Cam Cook, I can't thank you enough for taking him those years, giving him that 10-day contract, 10-game contract, and saying, we'll see how you do, and if you make it, you'll play. And he not only made it, he's been there the last 5 years. He's a coach now, a kid from Lowell who just loved baseball and played at a small school called Lowell Catholic. Thank you again to the future. Going back to John, I can't thank him enough. I wanted to repay you the favor that you gave all of us back then when you gave my family solace. You gave us everything we had to be able to watch our child play, as many of you probably have enjoyed through the years. And I thank you again, John, for that. The only thing that would have made his experience better would have been wearing a Lowell shirt and winning those championships. So Chelmsford and Lowell, it's your turn to bring that back here. When this team comes here, it's your turn to bring championships here and not run away from this league and play in front of your home crowd and say thank you to everything that's been done. I can't thank the city manager enough for his efforts in putting this together and taking all of my crazy phone calls. He takes them still. I still don't know why he answers the phone, but he does. And Marty, me, and President me, and I can't thank him enough, and Chancellor Chen, this is going to be amazing. And I'm sure Mr. LaLasher is looking down and seeing that this park will be about community, it'll be about family, and it'll be about everything that he was for as a state rep and a person. Thank you again to everybody.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much to our City Council, and I'm just going to invite back up Chancellor Chen, because you couldn't have a better partner than the University of Massachusetts Lowell. When I say the power in partnership is to the league, you have a problem, we solve it. Just when Drew Weber was here, we did the same thing, and the City of Lowell stands beside the university to make this happen. We have UMBA, we have everybody here, all of our friends and all of our partners, and we're going to make this a success. Thank you all very much for being here.
Thank you, Tom, and thank you, city councilors. And you've heard how many people have been part of making this happen, because it does take a whole village and a whole community. And I would be remiss without inviting this next person up to close us out. State Representative Vanna Howard. As you heard, the state is part of efforts in terms of making sure that we can invest in and continue to bring up the quality of this wonderful ballpark. Vanna?
Good morning. Thank you, Chancellor. Good morning. Exciting day for the city of Lowell to have baseball, to see baseball return to Lowell. So it's exciting. Great to see the university breathing new life into LaLasha Park. It's a beautiful facility. It's an asset to the community and a great place to bring your family. Thank you, Mr. Weber. I just wanted to tell you that my son works here for the Spinner when he was in high school. And so, thank you. And on behalf of the Lowell Legislative Delegation, I join everyone here today to welcome the Futures League to Lowell. And so, with all due respect to the team owners here with us today, I am confident that the Lowell team will lead the league in attendance, just like the Spinners did. And so, we look forward to working with you to make sure that happens. Thank you.
So without further ado, this is the end of the formal program, but of course we are in a ballpark, so there are refreshments up top, hot dogs, popcorn, Cracker Jacks, so please help yourself. We also, we had to do the signing, sorry, we put mine a thing. So I can invite the folks up for the official signing. We will do that one first.
Oh, sorry.
Girl, I was going to pass out.
It is.
Excuse me.
Is that an auto pen?
I just responded, I know.
So again, please enjoy refreshments up for the media. I know if you additional questions, we're gonna move over to the right here. If there's any questions, we'll be taking those from the media on the right. Thank you.